somebody's child to suck out your pain. Block them. Listen, if you want to cry, cry. If you want to scream, scream. In this life, what will be will definitely be. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new. Hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay if you're new, okay? Like, hit the subscribe button, be part of this family. Today's video is going to be a special one. When is my video never special? Okay. Anyway, today's video is going to be how to get over him quickly. That's the title, but basically it's going to be how to get over an ex as quickly as possible. And before we jump right into the video, I have several disclaimers, okay? First would be, this doesn't necessarily apply to everyone and their situation in terms of breakup, but I can assure you that if you at least implement a few of the tips that I'm going to be giving you in this video, it will definitely work for you. If you can implement all of it, that is perfect. And also, the situations are different, relationship, the breakups are different, everything is different. So just take the tips and apply it to your situation accordingly, okay? Another disclaimer is I'm not a relationship expert, because I feel like people are kind of mistaking that. I'm not perfect. I don't have everything like on lock. I have my issues, but I have learned from my issues. I have a clearer picture on situations that I've dealt with in the past, and that's the reason why I'm able to talk about it freely and, you know, share my 2 cents, let you know what my experiences, my thoughts and opinions are on like different topics, especially life, relationship, all of that stuff in your 20s. I'm in my 20s. I am going through the same process as you are, but I have learned a lot. I've picked up a lot along the way that I'm willing to share, so that's the reason why I'm able to speak on all of this, okay? I've had a lot of questions about my personal relationship life ever since I've, started making all these videos. I've had people ask me several questions about what it's like with me in terms of dating, like what my dating life is all about. Baby steps, okay? We're going to get there. We will get there. I will spill, okay? Like, I am here to give you guys everything, like to be 100% transparent with you guys on my journey, because I feel like that would help me get there faster. I mean, where I'm aiming to get to, if you get what I mean. So if you're not already following me on my Instagram, just go ahead and follow me right now. Like, just take a few seconds to hit that follow button on Instagram. I've been through like a few breakups in my life, and it was hard, okay? Like, I don't think any breakup is easy to handle. The first tip I'm going to give is for you to properly accept what has happened, okay? It might be the most difficult thing to do at the time that you're going through it, but sis, if you don't accept what has happened, you will not be able to move on from it. You will not be able to get better or do better or think ahead or think about taking care of yourself in that situation. You need to accept. Accepting could be a lot easier if you could get closure or some sort of communication with the person. If you can get that, then it'll be easier for you to accept. My second tip, if you're that person that cannot handle speaking to them or seeing their post or seeing their updates or just having their number, listen, for your mental health, block all forms of communication. Block them everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, their numbers, FaceTime, everything that you have of them that you normally communicate with them, just cut it off. My third tip would be to seek help from friends or family. I am that one person that I used to be closed off, so I used to not want to speak to people when I'm going through something. I would have friends that I could speak to, but I'll deliberately not speak to them because I always like to deal with pain the hard way. But sis, you don't have to deal with pain the hard way. You don't have to suffer so much when you have good people around you that could help you ease the burden. So please reach out to friends or family that that would help you, even if it's just one person that you have that you know that you could reach out to for support, it will help a lot. And in a case where you don't have anyone to reach out to, so you don't have good friends or family that are really supportive, distract yourself with activities. My next tip would be to find healthy habits that you could use to fill up your time and give you like that type of mind sway or healthy distraction from what is going on, or could just fill up the void. Because to be honest, when you're going through a heartbreak, your chest will just be heavy, like, you know, you just seem like you have this deep dark hole inside and it's just aching and aching. Now, the one thing that doesn't work is drowning yourself in alcohol or partying or doing drugs or all of things. Sis, they don't work. Okay, first of all, you're just killing your body, like your system health wise, and second of all, you're basically masking the whole thing. So you don't need those things to distract you from what's going on. I'm not saying you shouldn't party, you should party, okay, which I'm going to get into, but don't use that as a method of just, you know, forgetting someone or masking the pain or trying to, you know, push the pain that you feel down. Healthy activities like art, finding a new hobby, starting a YouTube channel, journaling, like pouring your emotions into writing something. My next tip is basically to focus on the areas that you actually have neglected in your life. Sis, when we're in a relationship, we tend to just leave some things aside or push some things aside to accommodate a new person and their life, their entire existence, generation, activity, likes, wants, needs, all of that. We push some things about ourselves to the side to have room for them. Now, this is the time for you to go back and pick those things up, those things that you've actually neglected. If you used to love sewing before, or if you used to love like architecture, or, you know, watching goddamn Real Housewives of Atlanta, something like, sis, go back to those things that you neglected. Try to use those things to fill in the void and the hole and space and that heaviness in your chest. Listen, this will help a lot, like, trust me. This next tip is one of the most important ones on this list, so I'm not even sure why I'm putting it in here, because it should have been the first thing. Allow yourself to feel the pain. That's why I said using alcohol, drugs, partying every day, just anything or anyone to like mask how you feel or suppress how you feel will not help you in the long run. You will never ever get over that pain and feeling. You will never move on. Allow yourself to feel every single bit of it. Listen, if you want to cry, cry. If you want to scream, scream. If you want to shout for the entire neighborhood, sis, do it. If you want to run, run. However you want to express how you're feeling that at that time, the hurt, the pain, feel every bit of it. Never feel embarrassed or shy to express pain. Even if it's in front of people, just let yourself go. At this time, feel it. Feel it in express it. Don't say, oh, I need to look like this, I need to feel like this when people are around, my friends are around. Well, you should be mindful of people that you actually, you know, lose guard around. But thing is, don't be embarrassed or shy to actually let your emotions peek through. If you're hurt, be hurt. If it hurts, if it aches so bad you want to roll on the floor, sis, roll on the floor. Listen, when you look back, you'll be like, yeah, I'm satisfied, now I'm done. When you get to that point, you will know that you've actually exhausted every bit of pain in you, because you would even want to cry. You feel like crying, but the tears will not be coming because you've cried your eyes to the point where the tears are just like, sis, it's okay, all right, like, we get it. My next tip might be a difficult one at this time, sis, I feel you, but it's necessary, and that's self-care. Self-care is doing your nails, your hair, your makeup, wearing a cute outfit, and just overall pampering yourself at that time. And do it often. You know how I always preach like self-care, being in a relationship and all of that, but the thing is, if you were doing it once a week, like this entire routine, make it twice or 3 times a week. It will make you feel good about yourself, because during a breakup we tend to feel insecure, during a breakup we tend to feel like, oh, why didn't this work with this person? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not shapy enough? Am I not my teeth, my this, my that? Like, you tend to question a lot of things about yourself when things go down, like when you're going through a breakup, especially if the breakup was because of infidelity from your partner's side. It's even worse, because you tend to be like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough physically, or I'm not attractive enough. Now this is where you have to call yourself back and remember your worth. I have a video on how to, you know, look attractive again, even after like a long time of feeling insecure. I'll link it in the description box below and on the screen here, so you guys can watch that. But basically, self-care at this point would be highly important. You double your routine. This one, I need to sound it for anyone who is about to make this mistake, or if you were even thinking about making this mistake. Do not get a rebound. Jesus, how can I say this for you to hear it properly? Do not get a rebound. Don't use somebody's child to suck out your pain. Don't do it. Rebounds never work, never have, never will, not in this lifetime. You need to be by yourself. Do not think that running around with Felix or Nate at this time you're going through pain is going to help you forget about John, because it won't. All right, like, you're just adding a lot more pain to yourself without you even realizing. You want to move on from these boys in a healthy way, okay? That is just pure evil, and also not good for your health, your mental state. Like, you're literally going through a breakup, but you're in someone's bed. Like, think about it. You leave that bed, go home the next day, and you be bawling. Like, that's just so depressing, and I feel sad for people that actually think like that. Focus on yourself, improve yourself, you know, self-development, change your style, girl. Change your style, change everything about yourself. You don't want to be in the same position that John left you when he sees you in a couple of months. Like, you need to be different. You need to level up, okay? You need to level up. This is the time that you have to level up, not time that you need to dedicate into screwing somebody else or dating somebody else. You need to properly heal. You need to properly get yourself out of the woman that you were with John and move into a different woman for somebody good that is about to come your way. Do you get what I mean? So my next tip is basically being in a relationship with yourself. At this time when you're going through a breakup, this is the perfect time to actually rekindle that relationship if you ever lost it. Love yourself. Yeah, you might be going through a sad time. You cry every now and then, if not every day, do you get? But it is okay. It is okay to be vulnerable at this time. It's okay to feel pain at this time, but still, it shouldn't take away from the fact that you need to be bettering yourself. You need to be doing things at this time. You need to be leveling up. You need to be looking at areas that you need to tweak and change at this point of your life. That's what you should be doing. How to get the bag? What can I do to get the bag? What can I do to be a different person that John left? Do you get? So when he sees you again, he'll regret it, and they always regret it. Getting to own your space, getting to love being by yourself, you know, all these little things that you probably neglected when you were in a full-blown relationship, committed relationship with someone. You begin to find yourself again. My next tip is going to be mindset. Now the thing is, at this point you might not necessarily want to see the positive side of a breakup or the breakup that you're going through, and that's because of the pain that you feel. And I will not tell you that you're wrong for not seeing positive sides to your breakup. It is a breakup. It is painful. It's someone that you loved and you're no longer going to be in a relationship with. It's someone that you still might have love for. They might have hurt you in some way. Generally, a breakup is pain and hurt that you're going through, so I can understand you not seeing things in the positive light right now. You not seeing this as any type of blessing because you're crying and you can't stop crying and you can't stop feeling miserable. Listen, I need you to think about this as a blessing in some way. I know it's hard. Even when I am going through this, right? Even when I am going through this, I tend to look at myself and be like, okay, this is painful, this hurt, like how can this be? But then I stop and I'm like, okay, but it's a blessing though. What's to come? Like, you know, this might actually bring this, that, and the third in my life. God has a plan for me. Like, I usually stop and think about the possible positive side that could come out from this, and that's what I want you to see it as. See it as a learning experience for you. Yes, the relationship didn't work, okay, so what? There are so many things that happened in the relationship that you could change. Take it as a learning experience for yourself, that so many things that happen, maybe you should have done this way, you should have done this that way. Like, start to reflect on yourself and see it more of like as an experience rather than failure or a loss. I always say mindset helps a lot in different situations in your life, and in this situation when you're going through a breakup, it will help no matter how difficult it is, because your chest is heavy. I always say chest is heavy because I always feel like I want to die whenever I'm going through this. But the thing is, it's hard, but it's definitely possible. Now, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is, please don't waste your time being hung up on someone. There is so much that this world has to give. Better men out there. Don't waste your time, okay? Do not waste your time. In this life, what will be will definitely be. At a certain point in time, maybe you are not supposed to be with that person, but later on you will be with that person when you're both fully mature enough to handle a relationship with each other. Lessons, experiences, very different from the next person, but honestly, live your life, move on. Don't be hung up or stuck about an idea of someone or a relationship and then just waste your time trying to get it back, or waste your time trying to look for the areas where things could have been better, when you could spend that amount of time, you know, building something good with someone beautiful that understands you better. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're not already subscribed and you got to this point, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, which is going to be linked in the description box and on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.